Bender Lumber, Buddies Food and Fuel, Cave and Calcar Quarries, Dillon Scott Funeral Home, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, Jeremy Payton, Edward Jones, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, and Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, the only health and living community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summer Seamless Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Springer Insurance, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Now, let's head to the action. This is Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.
As we enter the final week of the regular season for boys high school basketball, the Paoli Rams find themselves rated the number one team in Class 2A, coming in here on this Tuesday night on the road with a perfect 21-0 record, a school record for the most consecutive wins in the regular season. Tonight they look to add to that total as they've traveled down the Ramsey to take on the North Harrison Cougars. Good evening, everybody. Dave Dedrick along with Bert Pedigo. It's time now for Rams basketball on Mix 95.3, streaming live on WUME953.com, and ask Alexa to play Mix 95.3 WUME. For the North Harrison Cougars, they come in with a 10-11 mark. A team like the Rams, though, in a lot of ways, Bert, the fact that they are dominated by upperclassmen, and they do have some strength and size out on the court to match up with Paoli.
Yeah, it's one of the few times that we'll see a team going against Paoli this year that can match their physicality, also the maturity level, let's say, of the team. So, they play in the Mid-Southern Conference. They see physical teams. They see quality teams. I mean, they've already played Silver Creek. So, they won't be all that impressed by Paoli physically. What they might be impressed with is the way Paoli plays, because they're going to come out. They'll put some pressure on them, and that's one of the keys to the ball game is if Paoli can turn North Harrison over and get some easy buckets.
North Harrison, they also like to move it up and down the court, but they'll try and do it in a controlled manner here tonight.
Yeah, Paoli just wants to go end to end all night, up and down the court. North Harrison, if they've got a break, they're going to take it. But if they don't, they're going to settle into the half court and try to get some quality shots. They scored at 55 points per game, so they're putting some points up. It's just a matter of how much Paoli will allow them to run. If Paoli's getting out there getting buckets early on, putting that pressure on after made buckets, after missed buckets, they could slow them down a little bit.
Well, we continue with the Team OC pregame show. Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. We'll talk with head coach Ross Schulz of North Harrison and Dusty Cole of Paoli. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summer's Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home, protect it properly. Choose Summer's Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
As we continue with the Team OC pregame show, head coach Ross Scholes of North Harrison joins us now. His team at home tonight to take on the Rams. We'll talk about that matchup in just a few minutes. But Coach, hard to believe, man, here we are, final week of the regular season. It went by fast.
It always goes fast. It's a long, dragged-out season, but, man, when you get here, you're like, where to go? Yeah, it's sectional time.
That it is, and we found that out for sure on Sunday night.
Yes, for sure. It's a tough draw, but we'll be ready for it.
Well, you're in that tough sectional over there, going to take some back-to-back games to get you into where you want to be.
Yep, and some really tough opponents. Seems like every year there's a state contender in that sectional, so we just got to be ready for it. We've seen them all, so it's nothing new, but we'll get a game plan going and try to take down Brownstown.
Well, you're right around that 500 mark, Ross. Tell us about the season overall from your perspective, how it's gone for Cougar basketball.
Yeah, we got a tough schedule in the MSC. Our non-conference is tough, so when we can fight around 500, we feel pretty decent with it after last year. We've been 2 wins, 6 wins. We're up to 10, so we're building, but can't quite get over that hump to get it a winning record, but we're close. We're fighting.
I was going to say, I looked at your schedule there. You're kind of one of those. You get a couple of wins and a couple of losses thrown in. Just can't consistently put them back to back.
That's right. The schedule was real tough at the start. I think we went 1-5, and then we got a nice tournament win up in Mitchell. That kind of boosted us and had some tough losses. And then, like you said, it's just kind of a couple wins and a loss, and just that's how it's been the last month or so.
How do you feel though your team's playing here in this final week of the regular season?
I think we're playing with some of the best chemistry we've had. Our defense is strong. We battled a couple injuries, but I think we're over that hump, so that's big. But, yeah, I think we're playing our best basketball, and that's all you can ask at this time of year.
That it is. Coach Stewart, tell us a bit about your team offensively, defensively. What are you trying to do out on the court?
We're offensively, we're a real balanced bunch. We got some seniors and some juniors, even a sophomore that plays a lot, and we're probably, there's 5 or 6 of them in the 7 to 11 point range. And that's a good thing because you can't really key on 1 or 2 guys. We like to play fast, but we can slow it down in the half court too and run our stuff. On the other end, defensively, we're up and down. There are games we can be really strong, especially in the half court man-to-man. We've showed that. I think there's 2 teams we've held to their lowest point total all season, so that's a positive. And there are other times when we can't stop the drive, and it makes it tough, and teams will kick and hit some threes on us. So it's an up-and-down deal, but we play in the full court and mainly man-to-man in the half, but we'll throw some zone at you.
What about your matchup with Paoli tonight?
Well, they're a tough team. Obviously, you don't go undefeated in this state and not have something going right. The most impressive thing to me, there's no superstars. They're just really good players, 1 through 5, and then a good bench that comes in. But they do what they do very well with the press, half-court off defense, whether it's their zone or the man-to-man, and then, of course, their offense is strong, too. So it's a huge challenge.
Well, as you approach this game tonight, Coach, offensively, defensively, what does your team have to do to pull out a win?
Well, first and foremost, we got to handle the ball against their press. I know that's a tough task, but we can do that. And then in the half court, just run our offense, take our time. A lot of times we get quick, and that gets their offense going, so we can't do that. But, yeah, a couple good factors there, and just be physical. Haley's always physical. We've got some older guys, 17, 18-year-olds, so we should be able to handle that or at least match it.
Will this be a game you want it up and down the court, or how will you control the pace?
We can go up and down. We're going to try to slow it down a little more than usual because I know how good they are at that with their press. But, yeah, so we'll just take our time in the half court, maybe try to slow them down a little bit on their end. But, yeah, so not quite a fast break go and go because that could be tough if they only.
What about lineup for your ball club tonight, then?
Lineup, we'll go with our guards with Talon Lewis, Junior, Logan Hune and Caden Hain are seniors, and then Dawson Sin and Bryce Fessel in the front court, also seniors.
Then off your bench?
Off our bench, we'll have our bigs, Corey Burson, Rylan Shank, and then a sophomore, Garrett Tucker. And we may throw a couple more in there, but that's the main core, that 8.
Everybody healthy, ready to go?
Yep, we've battled a couple injuries and sickness, but I think we're good to go here at the end of the year.
Coach Scholes, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
I appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Head Coach Ross Scholes of North Harrison. Stay tuned. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
Looking for a bank that actually puts you first? Then it's time to meet Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company, where banking feels a little more human. Whether you're saving for a rainy day, chasing your first home, or planning that someday retirement dream, we've got your back every step of the way. Enjoy personal service, local decisions, and real people who care about your goals. Stop by your local Springs Valley Banking Center or visit us online at svbt.bank to get you started. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
As we roll on with the Team OC pregame show, head coach Dusty Paoli joins us now. Rams on the road tonight to start off the final week of the regular season, taking on North Harrison. Talk about that matchup with the Cougars in just a few minutes. But Coach, last week coming off a very busy week of basketball, 3 games, and most importantly, 3 more wins for the Rams.
Yeah, these 2 weeks get pretty busy. It's hard to believe it's the last week of the season. But it was a good week for us. We got off to a good start. We had 3 good challenges that week, and I thought we played some pretty good basketball.
Well, Coach, entering this last week, seemed to be in a good place with this team.
I think so. We just have a lot of seniors and juniors. They've done a good job all year long. I think we're peaking at the right time. We're playing our best basketball, and they're always excited to play, too, so that's always a good thing late in the year.
Well, here in the final week, Coach, 2 games more on the schedule, and that's all the practices you have left as well, maybe.
Yeah, just get a couple practices in there, and then you got to play. We've been taking advantage of those. They're a little shorter, get out about 5:30 now, but we're still getting a lot done in those practices. We're still going up and down a little bit. We do some shooting. We watch some tape, watch the other team a little bit. So we're still getting a lot done in practice, too.
Coach, of course, Sunday night, sectional draw came out. Open up over at Salem in that first round with Crawford County. Talked about that much, though, but, what can you talk about? Because you're going to play them Friday anyway.
Yeah, we'll watch that tape, quite a few times, obviously, because we kind of see ourselves after we play them and see our opponent, too. That's happened 2 out of the past 3 years, I think, playing them back-to-back like that. So that's a little bit of a different issue there, but it should be a fun game, too.
Well, a sectional that balanced out and didn't know, as long as everybody figured if we get Paoli on one side of the bracket and Providence on the other, we'll just see what happens in the middle then.
Yeah, that's what the fans want to see, I think, but we still have a lot of work to do. They do, too. But hopefully we can take care of business and give everybody what they want.
All right, Coach, of course, the final week of the regular season, not a lot you can do preparing for sectional play, but what kind of steps or things you want to see out of your team here in this final week?
Well, we really have to get off to good starts. That's a big key for us. I think we did that, a couple times last week, but there's a couple games I thought we could have played better early. But we have to establish the paint early, and we got to have good possessions. We had a couple games this past week where the possessions were a little bit lower. That kind of happens in the tournament, too, it seems like. So the pace might slow down just a little bit, and when it does, we have to adjust to that and just to take advantage of all the possessions we get.
On the road tonight, Coach, what about your matchup here with North Harrison?
Really good matchup. They're a strong team. They also have a lot of seniors. I think they have 6 or 7 seniors as well. And these kids have been playing a couple years. We see all these names on the roster. We've seen them last 2 years at least, some of them 3 years. So they're a very strong team. They can match our physicality a little bit. We're hoping we can get up and down. I think the pace would be big for us if we can get it going up and down. They play a couple big kids that we would like to see just kind of move on the perimeter some. So we'll probably put them in a lot of ball screen action and press them the whole game and hopefully just try to wear them down a little bit.
What style have they been playing here as of late?
They're a man-to-man team, but the past couple of years we've seen them play a 2-3 against us. So that's something we've seen just a little bit on tape, but most tapes we've seen, and we've probably seen 7-8 games. They're about 9% man-to-man team.
Will they move it up and down with you think?
They will. They have a lot of kids that shoot the three. They're big kids especially who come in and shoot the three. A lot of balance on their team, too. Kind of look at them. They got about 4 kids averaging between 8 and 10 points. So they have a lot of balance. They play quite a few kids, about 7 or so. So it'll be a good test for us.
You man them up tonight again?
Yeah, we'll man up to start with and then mix it up. We'll throw everything at them. And we like to do that anyway, but especially here late in the year, I think before the tournament time, we'll throw all the defenses at them a little bit.
Line up your ball club tonight?
We'll start with Cooper and Dakota in the backcourt, and then Ian and Traylon, and Dana in the middle.
Then off your bench?
Off the bench, we'll have Kirkland, Chad, Justin, and Cade all come in.
Good news. I hope everybody healthy, ready to go.
Everybody's healthy. Hopefully we can stay that way. We've been trying to watch practice just a little bit. Still got to do some things, but kind of watch what you do in practice some too, but we're ready to go.
Coach Cole, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Head Coach Dusty Colapaoli, stay tuned. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
When you suffer the loss of a loved one, you can count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli. They have a 55-year history of serving the needs of families in Orange and surrounding counties. They provide only the best professional services in the most compassionate manner to care for you during this difficult time. You can always count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home, as generations of families have done for many years. Call 812-723-2276 today. We're here when you need us the most. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Rams look for win number 22 on the season and stay a perfect 22-0 if they can come out with a win on the road tonight against the North Harrison Cougars, who are 10-11. As we wrap up the Team OC pregame show, Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. Earlier here tonight at North Harrison High School, it was North Harrison winning the JV game by a score of 60-55. When we come back to North Harrison High School, we'll take a look at the starting lineups between the Rams and the Cougars. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Final Tuesday night of the regular season. Hard to believe in this 2025-26 boys basketball season. And the Rams on the road as they're ready to match up with the North Harrison Cougars here tonight at North Harrison High School. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. First of all, for the Paoli Rams, the visitors here tonight. At forward will be number 2, Trey Mitten. He's 6'2" and a senior, averaging 3.9. The other forward, number 24, is Ian Sullivan, 5'10" and a junior, averaging 5.2. At center, number 4, Dane Padgett, 6'3" and a senior, averaging 12.1. The Rams' backcourt tonight is Cooper Spires, number 22, 6 foot and a senior, averaging 8.8. And number 30, Dakota Apple, 6'3" and a junior, averaging 10.3. Rams offensively scored at 64.9 and give up 41.8. Hit 53% from two-point range, 30% behind the arc, and 62% at the free throw line. For head coach Dusty Cole, the Rams are number 1 in 2A right now, 21-0. For the homestanding North Harrison Cougars tonight, at forward, number 22, Bryce Fessel, 5'11" and a senior, averaging 5.2. He's joined up front by number 23, Dawson Sin, 6 foot and a senior, averaging 6.5. Three-guard lineup, number 12, Talon Lewis, 6 foot and a junior, 9.7. Joined in the backcourt by number 20, that's Caden Hain. He's 5'11 and a senior, averaging 6.3. And number 33, Logan Yoon. He's 5'10 and a senior, averaging 8.4. Offensively, the Cougars scored at 55.2 and give up 54.8. They hit 49% from two-point range and 30% behind the arc and 70% at the free throw line. For head coach Ross Scholes, the North Harrison Cougars come into tonight's game with a 10-11 record. And our lineups tonight have been brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. Rams look to start out this final week of the regular season on a winning note, which would set them up for the big Friday night showdown in conference play at Crawford County. But this is not a team that the Rams, by any stretch of the imagination, can overlook, particularly on the road here tonight. North Harrison, as we talked about earlier, a senior and upperclassman-dominated team. They do have the physicality and strength to match up with the Rams, so that'll be something that everybody will be looking at here tonight to see how this game does play out in the end as the Rams and the Cougars get ready to go at it here tonight. Rams are in their traveling purple, trimmed in gold and white, and for the North Harrison Cougars, they are in their home white, trimmed in blue. Cougars come in just one game under 500 with 2 to play at 10-11. As these two teams get set to go at it here at the home court of the North Harrison Cougars in Ramsey on this Tuesday night, as each team gathers around the officials here for a photo and get everybody in and ready to go tonight. As Athletic Director Hal Pearson always does a great job here at North Harrison High School, and one of the fun places that we get to come and see because Hal takes good care of us. As now the teams break out, and we are ready to go here tonight for high school basketball on Mix 95.3. The Rams and the Cougars, and to take you through tonight's ball game, here's Bert Pedigo.
All right, we're going to have Dane Padgett step to the center court circle for Paoli. A little bit of a height advantage over Lewis of North Harrison, who will be jumping as well. Paoli will have a height advantage, maybe not a physical strength advantage, but height advantage at just about every possession. Tip controlled by Paoli. Minton comes down with it on the sideline, actually slams it off of a North Harrison player, goes out of bounds, so Paoli will get the first possession and the first crack at the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard.
Traylon also took the official out with him there on this side. He had to get help because he didn't see where that ball went.
All right, Paoli to the offensive end. Padgett's got it on the far side. Back out front to Sullivan, to Apple. Top of the key, they get it to Spires. Spires brings it towards us. We're up in the corner, so my lefts and my rights might be getting a little confused tonight. Left side, Sullivan with it. Down low to Minton. Minton in the lane to Padgett. Turns to the bucket. Shot no good. Rebound, kicks back to him at the free throw line, though. Gets it over to Ian. 2 on the way is no good. Rebound, North Harrison has it, running the other way. Into front court, ball knocked away, still loose. Finally, Hain comes up with it, gets it over to Hune. Hune down low to Lewis. Lewis has used up his dribble. He passes in the lane to Sin. Over to Hain, baseline jumper is no good. Ball kicks back out to him. He's going to go right to the bucket and lay it up and in. He's got his first 2. And North Harrison on top first, 2-0. Played about a minute on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli, they're going to set against a 2-3 zone defense this trip. Spires recognizes. He's got everybody organized. Paoli ready to attack. Hand it off to Apple to Sullivan. Sullivan gets it into Spires. Skip it over to the far corner. Apple, 3 on the way is good. Dakota Apple steps in, knocks it down. He's got the first points of the night for Paoli. Into front court for North Harrison. Lewis with it. Back out front to Hune. Fake at the top of the key. Now pass it left side to Fessel. His 3 around and out. No good. Rebound. Hain came down with it and put it up and in. He's got 4, and that's 2 early offensive rebounds for North Harrison. 4-3 the score. Paoli down by 1 with possession of the basketball. Ian Sullivan, his pass deflected, and a foul going to be called as Sullivan chasing after it. knocks Hain to the floor, and he will be called for the foul.
That'll be the first on Ian Sullivan, team foul number 1. Good defense by Hain at the top of the key. He's already done on both ends of the court so far here tonight to get the Cougars off to a good start and an early lead.
Fessel gets it into Lewis in backcourt. Spires with him man-to-man. Lewis, left-handed dribble across the timeline, now goes to the right and angles to the far sideline. He's still got the dribble alive. A lot of standing around right now for North Harrison. Get it to Sen. Sen tries to drive, couldn't get through. Brings it back out to the three-point line. Hands it off to Lewis. Lewis at the top of the key, angles left, picks up the dribble. His pass got tipped away, but Hain there to recover. Flips it up in the lane, no good. Got his own rebound, leaves it off for Sen. Sen drives baseline, lost it, and it's out of bounds over to Paoli. Turnover number 1 against North Harrison.
Coach Schultz said we'd have to do a good job on the boards tonight, and offensively, he's got to be very pleased in the first 2.5 minutes of this game. What his team has done down low, getting second chance opportunities.
North Harrison, let's see, I think they're going to switch up, go man-to-man. That's their primary defense. They started 2-3. Out front, Spires at the center court circle, dribbling away some time. Now they're set against the man. Get it over on the far side to Hughes to Apple. Apple looks to drive, got in the lane, leaves it off down low. There is Padgett to lay it up and in. His first two, Paoli to the lead at 5-4. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. In backcourt, Lewis with it, gets it across the time stripe to Fessel, right back to him, now to Hune. Hune back out to Lewis to Hain. Hain near the midcourt circle, and Paoli is set in their man-to-man. Go left side to Lewis. Lewis kind of pushes off on Apple, gets away from him, leaves it off for Fessel. They've got 4 players on one side of the offensive side of the court. Left side, Hain launches 3. It's up and good. Hain off to a big start. He's got all 7 of the North Harrison points. Down low, there's Apple to lay it up and in. Nice assist from Kirkland Hughes. Saw him cutting to the bucket. We're tied at 7. And a deflection, ball out of bounds, last touch by Minton of Paoli. 4:12 to go in the first quarter, tied at 7. North Harrison's got it. Bring it into Fessel. Fessel thought about 3 instead to Hain, driving right down the lane and laying it up and in. Out of bounds pass to an easy 2. He's got all 9 of the North Harrison points. 9-7 the score. Paoli down 2 with the basketball. Out front, Hughes with it. To Padgett, swing it left side to Spires. Spires then comes out to get him defensively. Spires looks to drive, can't get through. Now he's used up the dribble over to Hughes. He'll try 3. That's off the mark and no good. Rebound taken down by Hune, and North Harrison heads the other way. Quickly to Sin, driving to the bucket, flips it up, no good. Rebound, Padgett has it for Paoli. Outlet pass to Spires. Spires over to Padgett, drives, kicks it back out to Spires, and now Paoli sets. Spires down low off of the screen. Oh, the pass just too far ahead of Padgett, out of bounds, and that's turnover number 2 against Paoli.
Rams just not connecting on that play. Had it set up perfectly, but just could not finish it at the rim as Chad Sullivan will come in. Traylon Minton will go out as the Rams put both of their post players in here and a chance to set up the press.
Paoli in that press. They've got Lewis trapped at the midcourt stripe. He gets rid of it. Now it's over to Hain. Hain with a hot hand early. He can't get his shot. Shovels the pass in the lane. It got away, but recovered. Now they get it to Fessel. Back out to Hune. Hune over to Hain. He's going to try another 3. No good. Rebound loose in the lane. Going out of bounds. And they say last touch by Paoli.
Hain off, as you mentioned, a hot start with 9 points. And Rams trail by 2, going to take a timeout with 2:56 to go here in the first quarter of play. It is North Harrison on top, 9-7. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
When you become a member at Hoosier Hills Credit Union, you're not just banking locally, you're investing in your community. We provide checking and savings accounts, loans for cars and homes, and smart financial advice. But beyond our walls, Hoosier Hills donates money and service hours to strengthen our communities by supporting youth programming, animal welfare, homeless shelters, local events, and more. Join Hoosier Hills and partner with a financial team that's as invested in your community as you are. Hoosier Hills Credit Union. Belong to something more. Visit HoosierHills.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
FM, Paoli, Indiana, as we bring you Rams basketball tonight. Rams not off to a great start, but a decent start as they trail by 2.
North Harrison off of the Paoli timeout. They've got the basketball. Hain going to pull up from 18 feet. It's no good. Rebound taken down underneath by Apple. Apple in a hurry the other way. Gets it to Hughes in the far corner. Back out to Apple. Apple to Hughes again. They look down for Sullivan, but he's being pushed out away from that low block area. Spires now with it, works around the screen, got to the baseline, leaves it off for Sullivan. Sullivan back to Apple, down low. He gets it. Paget lays it up and in. Nice steal down low. He's got 4, and Paoli has tied it at 9. Fessel in backcourt went to the floor, but got the pass ahead to Lewis, and Lewis, as he turns to get to the bucket, he is bumped and fouled, and Chad Sullivan is there to pick that one up.
For Chad, that'll be his first team foul number 2. Ian will come in. Cooper will get a break here as Rams get into the rotation here, almost 6 minutes into this first quarter of play.
Yep, tied at 9, 2:16 to go in the first quarter. Bringing it to Sin. Back to Hune in the corner. 3, an air ball, too strong. Rebound taken down. Ian Sullivan for Paoli. Ian brings it into offensive court, goes right to the bucket and scoops it up and in. He's got his first 2. Paoli back to the lead at 11-9. Just under 2 minutes, and now Paoli's got it back. A steal by Paget. Get it ahead to Apple. Apple drives in, leans in, shot no good. Rebound, Hain has it for North Harrison. They head the other way, going right to the bucket is Hune, and he had it slapped out of bounds by Ian Sullivan.
Ian came flying in there, measured that out perfectly, and was able to swat it down. That got the Ram fans a good crowd on hand across the way to their feet. Of course, North Harrison will upset that no foul was called as we see Justin Thornton check in for the first time tonight, and Dane Paget will get a break for Paoli.
Well, there was plenty of contact. It was after the block, and I guess the officials say that's why no foul. All right, lob it into Lewis. North Harrison, they've still got the basketball. He's at the top of the key. Paoli man-to-man. Minute 40 to go in the first quarter. Sullivan right there on top of Lewis, hounding him, trying to pick up the pressure. Burson out front, gets it to Hain. Hain tried to go backdoor to Burson. It's too far, and it's taken away. 3 turnovers now against North Harrison. Ball into front court. Thornton drives in and lays it up and in. Got about 4 or 5 feet away from the bucket. He's got his first 2, and Paoli's lead now at 4, 13-9. Sin in backcourt, gets it ahead to Hain. Hain tried to leave it off in the corner. It got away from him. Turnover number 3. Now in backcourt, Lewis takes the pass away, drives in. Shot no good, but a whistle and a foul, and he will go to the free throw line as Paoli careless with the basketball in backcourt that time.
Be on Dakota Apple. That'll be his first team foul number 3. However, North Harrison, they like to do what the Rams do. They like to lay back, and they'll be aggressive. They'll gamble at times. You've always got to be on your toes and make sure that your passes are nice, sharp, and crisp to your teammates.
Lewis at the free throw line makes the first, gets his first point of the night. 81% free throw shooter on the year. 13-10 the score. Paoli up 3. Minute and a second left in the first quarter. Substitution, Minton re-enters for Paoli, as does Cooper Spires.
Lewis, first player to score except for Hain in this ball game for the Cougars.
And he's got the second free throw as well. 13-11 the score. Paoli up 2 with the basketball. Spires across the timeline. Angles left, passes left to Thornton. Thornton to Minton. They looked for the lob, couldn't get it, and instead to Sullivan at the top of the key. Now over to Spires. Spires right in front of us to Thornton at the high post to Sullivan. Swing it over to Spires. Fakes 3, drives in, jump stop. Back out to Thornton. He's lining up a long 3. Good. No, just a 2. They're gonna say a foot on the line, which is what I saw. So he's got 4, and it's now a 16-11 score. Paoli up by 5. In backcourt, Lewis with it. Hounded there by Minton. Gets it across the timeline. They've got him double teamed. Get the pass off to Tucker. Tucker on the baseline to Sin. over to Burson. Lefty baseline jumper is up and good. Burson with his first two. 9 seconds to go in the quarter. Quickly into front court. They get it down low to Chad Sullivan. His close-in shot, no good. Rebound loose. Sullivan, he came up with it, but he was on the inline with 0.4 of a second left, and that will give it over to North Harrison. 15-13 the score. Paoli up 2. North Harrison, they've got length of the court to go and 0.4 on the clock, so it'll have to be a quick one if they get one. Get it into Lewis. He'll launch from three-quarters quarter. It's no good. And that's the way the first quarter will come to an end. A quick start. Paoli up 15-13. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Played first quarter that finds Paoli up 15-13 after 1. Rebounding battle, it's about even. North Harrison out rebounded Paoli by 1 in that quarter. Both teams turned it over a few times. 3 for North Harrison, 4 for Paoli. Paoli going to set in their 1-3-1 half-court trap. Hain with it. He's in backcourt and now crosses the timeline. Hain still with the dribble alive, goes out to Burson. Burson, left side. Tucker will try a three. It's way off the mark, no good. Hit the backboard, and that's about it. Rebound, Paoli's got it. Minton into front court. Minton out to Spires at the top of the key. He looks to work off of a screen, has used up his dribble, gets it off to Apple. Apple wanted to go back out to Spires, may have double dribbled, got away with it though. Spires now with it. He's at the top of the key, backs it out as North Harrison is set in their man-to-man. Spires at the center court circle, goes high post to Padgett. Padgett leaves it off for Apple. Apple right back to Padgett, right wide open underneath and laying it up and in. He's got 6. And it's now a 17-13 Paoli lead. Paoli extends full court pressure. Lewis across the timeline. They get it to Hain out front. Now to Sten, drives baseline. He's double-teamed, triple-teamed. Ball got slapped and taken away. Turnover number 4 against North Harrison. Quickly the other way. Padgett's going to drive in. Contact, shot up, no good, no foul called. And Paoli's now up 19-13 as Padgett gets 2 more. 6:42 to go in the first half. Paoli up by 6. Hain across the timeline. He's used up the dribble, goes cross court to Lewis. Lewis on the right side. Back out to Hain, lines up 3. It's no good. Long kick out of there. Minton runs it down for Paoli. He runs it into front court. Leaves it off for Thornton. Thornton drives in. 10-footer, good. Rebound to an easy 2. He's got 6. Big game for Justin Thornton tonight. Paoli's up by 8, 21-13. In front court, Sen with it. Skip it cross court. There with it is Burson. Burson back to Lewis. Lewis in the corner to Sen. He's going to try baseline. Got it down to Hain. Close in shot. Good. Rattled, but stayed. Hain, a big night. He's got 11 of North Harrison's 15. Paoli up 21-15. Thornton in the offensive end. Leaves it off for Apple. Driving in. Got to the bucket and laid it up and in. Softly off the softest rims in the county. He's got 7, and it's a 23-15 Paoli lead. In front court, Hain skips it over to Sen. He's going to try 3 left side. It's no good. Lewis with the long rebound. Tightens up and puts it up and in. Lewis has got 4. 23-17. Paoli's lead now at 6. 5:20 and counting in the first half. At the free throw line, Spires pulls up. Shot no good. Rebound. North Harrison comes down with it, and a quick timeout taken by North Harrison to slow things down. 23-17 your score. Paoli up by 6. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat low-fill insulation system makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat insulation system by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Every day, children in our community enter the court systems because of abuse or neglect, and they need someone to speak up for them. That's where CASA comes in. Our volunteers stand beside them, making sure their voices are heard and their best interests come first. It's incredibly important work, and we need more people willing to make a difference. I'm Chrissy Evans, Orange County CASA Director. If you've ever wondered how you could help a child in a meaningful way, I'd love to talk with you. Call 812-723-2411.
Rams lead at 23-17. Good shooting by Paoli on the road tonight. They opened up 6 out of 10 in the first quarter for 60%. They've come back and hit 4 out of 5 already here in the second quarter. 1 out of 2 from behind the arc and have not been to the free throw line. First quarter, North Harrison, 4 out of 8 for 50% inside the arc, 1 out of 4 behind the arc, and 2 out of 2 at the free throw line.
All right, North Harrison took the timeout. They've got the basketball facing full court pressure. Get it to Burson across the timeline. Back out front to Sen. Paoli's going to play a 2-3 zone defense this time. Left side to Hune. Hune back out front to Sen. Looks down low. Nobody posted up. Go over to Hune. Left of the key. Back out front to Sen. Sen finds Tucker. He's on the right wing. Back to Sen. Fakes 3. Tightens up. Got down the lane. And he had it knocked away. And he wound up kicking it off of his own leg out of bounds. That'll be 5 turnovers against North Harrison.
The active hands of Cooper Spires that time, able to just get enough of it that he couldn't control the dribble, and as you mentioned, right off his foot and out of bounds.
Paoli to the offensive end. Minton has it out front. Over to Hughes. He's open 3. That's off the mark. Rebound, Padgett in the lane. He's going to go back to the bucket and lay it up and in. No physical matchup for Padgett tonight. He's got 10. And Paoli up by 8, 25-17. Quickly into front court. Fessel has it. He's on the far sideline. Back out front to Hune. Over to Tucker. Tucker has used up his dribble. To Hune, top of the key. To Burson. Burson down low to Sin. Back out front to Tucker. He had to go up and save that one. He drives in. Lost it on the way in against Spires with the takeaway. Turnover number 6 against North Harrison. Spires into front court. Gets it to Hughes. Hughes, ball overhead, out to Minton to Spires, left side. Spires puts down the dribble. Now he's used it up, needs some help, gets it over to Padgett at the three-point line. Back out front to Spires. He motions. Let's cycle through the offense one more time as North Harrison set in their man-to-man. Minton hands it off to Padgett. Padgett to Hughes. Hughes backs it out with the dribble on the left side over to Spires. Spires fakes 3, looks down low. Nobody posted up. Now it opens up. Now it shuts down just that quickly, and he had the ball knocked away and out of bounds. It'll stay with Paoli.
Rams overloading that left side, see if they could get something going, but good defense in the half court that time by the Cougars. As all right, we get 3 in and 3 out for both teams here at this break in the action.
Rylan Schenk will see his first action of the night for North Harrison. Let's see, Dakota Apple, he'll be the one to trigger it inbounds for Paoli. Brings it into Sullivan near the midcourt stripe. Paoli sets with an 8-point lead. 3:20 to go in the first half. Out front, Apple works off of the Sullivan screen, looks down low, tried to get it down there to Thornton, but Fessel knocks it away and takes it away. That's turnover number 5 against Paoli. Lewis quickly into front court to Hain. Hain skips it back to Fessel to Lewis top. Lewis back over to Fessel. Fessel looking for somebody to go back door, but that's covered up. Lewis now to Hain. He's in the far corner. Hain back out front to Lewis. Lewis has used up his dribble. Gets it there to Shank. Shank back out front to Fessel. Good ball movement, but no shot opportunities yet for North Harrison on this possession. And they're going to reset. The Paoli folks start to applaud the defense. Bring it out front near Steele, but North Harrison saves it. Get to Fessel. Fessel, hesitation move. His shot short, rebound, Paoli's got it, and a foul going to be called as Apple got himself in a double team, but was fouled in the process.
Rylan Shank, number 24, will be called for the foul. That's his first and the first team foul of this game. Whistle against the Cougars coming here with 2:25 to go in the first half of play. So needless to say, nobody in foul trouble yet.
Nope. All right. Into front court, Apple looks to drive, couldn't get around his man. Lewis covers him up defensively. Back out front to Ian Sullivan. Sullivan works off of the screen, drives in, and what was the call? It's an illegal screen maybe set on Paoli. They signaled 24, a push-off.
And on Ian, that'll be his second personal foul. Rams in a bit of foul trouble. That's only their first team foul, though, in this quarter. Ian will come out, Cooper back in, Dane in, and Kirkland Hughes out for the Rams as Coach Cole now gets that rotation going. This is where the Rams like to turn up the wick just a bit here, see if they got a little bit more fresher legs underneath of them and ratchet it up with this trapping defense.
2-2-1, full court pressure by Paoli. Lewis across the timeline, threw it behind his intended target. Shank saved it, but right to Spires, turnover against North Harrison. Into front court, Thornton with it. Back out front, they go to Paget, dump it down low to Sullivan. Sullivan fakes, goes up, and he is fouled as both Shank and Fessel were there.
A nice high-low action by the Rams on the high post down to the low post with both Sullivan and Dane Paget in there. That foul on Fessel, that will be his first team foul number 2, but it will be 2 shots for Chad Sullivan.
Sullivan's first up and good. That's a good sign. He's a 55% free throw shooter on the year. His first point of the night. Paoli up 9 now, 26-17. Second free throw on the way. It's up and good. He got them both. Paoli's up 10 with 1:46 to go in the first half.
Well, it's been one of these games where the Rams, once they got the lead, just kind of eking it out a little bit at a time, at a possession at a time. Not a big run going on, but enough to get it up to double digits.
All right, Paoli, 2-2-1 again. Lewis to the midcourt stripe and no further. Back over to Hain to Lewis, now across the time stripe. Lewis backs it out. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Paoli up 10, and they're set in a 2-3 zone defense. Go over to Lewis, fakes 3, drives in. Paget knocked it away, took it away. Passed it into front court to Apple. He runs it down on the baseline. Pass back out front to Sullivan, to Apple, and Paoli sets. Lob it in to Paget. Paget, he was tackled in the lane, pulled to the floor, and Hain will pick up the foul, and that will go against North Harrison.
And on Caden Hain, that'll be his first, and all of a sudden 3 quick fouls whistled here in about 1:10 on this team from North Harrison, as checking out will be Talon Lewis.
Minute 13 to go in the first half. Paoli, 10-point lead, and the basketball. Spires to the left of the bucket, brings it in underneath to Paget, right back to Spires, open for 3. It's no good. Hain clears the boards for North Harrison. Quickly to Hune in front court. His pass deflected, but he recovers. Near steal there by Apple. Back it out to Hain, and are they going to spread the court, or is they just recognize Paoli's 2-3? Hune over to Hain in the lane to Shank. Ball deflected. Oh, a double deflection as Paget deflected it first. Fessel tried to come up with it, and he touched it last before it went out of bounds.
He was near the baseline anyway, was Fessel, and it just went straight down on the line. He had no opportunity to try and save it himself. Give the Rams a chance here. Let's see if they will hold for the final shot of this quarter, as they will be getting the ball as of right now to start the second half.
All right, let's see. North Harrison looks like, they're going to stick with that man-to-man. Out front, Hughes with it to Minton. Paoli going through the motions. Spires at the top of the key, down to 30 seconds as he gets it over to Apple. Apple out front has used up his dribble, now has to get rid of it to Hughes. Hughes over to Spires. Down to 20 seconds to go in the half. Paoli up 10 with the basketball and waiting for that last shot of the half. Apple out front with 12, down to 13. Apple gets it back from Minton. Paget looks up our way. We're right below the score clock. Get it over to Apple with 6, with 5. Drives in, scoops it up, no good. Rebound loose. It's corralled by Paget in the corner, but too late. And that's the way the first half will come to an end. Paoli leading North Harrison 27-17. We'll come back, get the Whitfield Investments halftime report underway. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
The half, the Whitfield Investments halftime report gets underway. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. Looking back at first half action, 2 ties, 5 lead changes. North Harrison, they came out with a hot hand, so to speak. And it was Caden Hain. Hain got the first points of the night at the 7-minute mark. He would go on to make 4 more shots in that first quarter of play, off to a really good start. He gives North Harrison a 2-0 lead about a minute in. Paoli is able to respond with a bucket that was put up and in by Dakota Apple. It was a 3, and Paoli was up 3-2. Hain would respond with another 2, gives North Harrison a 4-3 lead before Dane Padgett gets the first of his many points in the first half, gave Paoli a 5-4 lead. We would seesaw back and forth again, with Hain knocking down a 3 this time and giving North Harrison a 7-5 lead. Apple came back to tie it at 7 for Paoli before Hain put them ahead at 9-7, and that's when Paoli goes on a bit of a run, a 6-0 run. They bumped that lead up to 13-9. They got a bucket from Padgett, got one from Chad Sullivan, as well as one from Justin Thornton, and Thornton had a big first half for Paoli. That was with 1:15 left in the first quarter of play. The two teams basically play even the rest of the way. North Harrison did get a bucket at the 11-second mark. That was put up and in by Corey Burson that got them back within 2 at 15-13. But from that point on, North Harrison, they would only score 4 more points in that first half of play. Started off the second quarter cold. Took them a couple of minutes to get a bucket in. It was Hain that put it back up and in. In the meantime, Paoli had gotten a couple of buckets out of Padgett and another one out of Thornton, and they were up 21-13. Hain's bucket got them back within 21-15 before Apple gives Paoli a 23-15 lead. And then at the 5:25 mark of the first half, North Harrison gets their last points of the half. It was Lewis putting up a shot up and in. They got them within 23-17. Paoli, even though they held them scoreless for 5:25, they could only put up 4 points of their own, but it does give Paoli a 27-17 lead here at the half. Rebounding battle, that's about even. North Harrison holding their own with Paoli. It's 11-10 in favor of Paoli. Turnovers, about even also. 8 against North Harrison and 6 against Paoli. Well, we're at the half. Paoli's up 27-17. When the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the individual and team totals from first half action. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams.
Rams hold a 10-point advantage at the half on the Whitfield Investments halftime report. And really good shooting by both teams in the first two quarters of play, particularly from two-point range. The Rams opened up the first quarter 6 out of 10 for 60%. Backed that up with 5 out of 7 inside the arc for 71%. Paoli for the half, 11 out of 17, an excellent 65% two-point shooting. Again, struggling a bit from behind the arc, 1 out of 2 in the first quarter, 0 for 2 in the second, 1 out of 4 here at the half for 25%. Rams only got to the free throw line twice, those coming in the second quarter of play, and Chad Sullivan made both of those for Paoli. Meanwhile, for the homestanding North Harrison Cougars, they opened up 4 out of 8 from 50% from the first quarter in two-point range shooting. They came out in the second quarter, didn't get a lot of shots, but they made 2 out of 3 for 67%. And at the half, the Cougars are 6 out of 11 for a very good 55%. But like Paoli having a struggle getting those shots to fall from behind the arc, 1 out of 4 in the first quarter, 0 for 3 in the second, making them just 1 out of 7 here at the half for 14%. The Cougars, like the Rams, they only got to the free throw line twice in the first half, those in the first quarter of play when Talon Lewis made those 2, and it was 2 out of 2 for the half, 100% at the stripe for the Cougars. At the half on the Whitfield Investments halftime report, Paoli leads at 27-17. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summer's seamless guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home, protect it properly. Choose Summer's seamless gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summer's Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
As we continue with the Whitfield Investments halftime report, let's take a look at individual scoring. And again, balance for the Rams. Dane Padgett, a good first half of play with 10 points. He's 5 out of 6 from the field. 7 for Dakota Apple. Big night for Justin Thornton off the bench, chipping in already with 6. Then 2 on the night for Chad Sullivan and Ian Sullivan. Trey Mitten, Cooper Spires, along with Kirkland Hughes saw action but did not score. For North Harrison, as we mentioned, Caden Hain got off to a great start. 9 points in the first quarter, added another bucket in the second quarter as he has 11 of the 17 for the Cougars in this first half of play. And then 4 on the night as well, coming up for Talon Lewis, and 2 for Corey Burson, as Bryce Fessel, Dawson Sen, Logan Yoon, as well as Ryland Shank and Garrett Tucker saw action but did not score. At the end of 1, the Rams were up by 2, 15-13, lead it here at the half, 27-17. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
If personalized service, answering your questions, and ensuring you have peace of mind is important to you when it comes to insurance, then contact Scott Blankenbaker at Orange County Farm Bureau Insurance. With 29 years of experience of protecting what matters to you most, Scott can tailor plans that can save you money, whether you're in need of auto, home, renters, life, business, or farm insurance. Give Scott Blankenbaker at Orange County Farm Bureau Insurance a call today at 812-723-2704 and stop knocking on wood.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
As we wrap up the Whitfield Investments halftime report, give Whitfield Investments a call today, 812-203-2545, to learn more about how West can keep you on track with your goals now and in the future. Personal fouls, the Rams committed 4 in the first half. Ian Sullivan had half of them with 2, and only 3 personal fouls committed by the Cougars, and they have 3 players with 1 each, that being Fessel, Hain, and Shank.
All right, Paoli, they will begin second half action with possession of the basketball and a 10-point lead. North Harrison played a lot of man-to-man, some zone, but mostly man in the first half. Looks like they'll start off in the man to start the second half. Get it to Minton at the high post. They're looking for Paget. Tried to get it to Apple. It was deflected. He did recover. Gets it now to Sullivan. Ian, double clutches. Shot no good. Followed by Paget is up and good. Paget, a big night. He's got 12, and it's 29-17, a 12-point Paoli lead. In backcourt, Payne gets it ahead to Fessel. Back to Hune. Hune at the midcourt stripe. He looks to drive, can't get through, and they have spread things out on Paoli. 3 high, 2 low. Get it to Sin. Sin on the near sideline. Back out front to Fessel. Fessel looking around, trying to find somebody. Gets Sin down low. He's double-teamed, kicks it into the corner to Lewis. Back out front. Hain, is he still hot? Nope, cooled off a little bit. His 3, no good, but the rebound, North Harrison gets it. Pass it over to Sin. Followed, no good. Paoli runs the other way with it into front court. Sullivan leaves it off for Spires, and he will put it up and in. North Harrison, 2 good opportunities, didn't get anything to follow. Spires now has 2 for Paoli. 31-17 the score. Paoli up 14. North Harrison has the ball just underway in the second half. Lewis spinning into the lane. Shot up over Minton is no good, but they're going to say that Traylon fouled him on the shot.
And for Minton, that'll be his first team foul number 1 here in this third quarter, but it will be free throws for the Cougars. Stepping up number 12, Talon Lewis. He's got 4 points. 2 of those have come at the free throw line.
81% on the year. Excellent free throw shooter, and it helps when you hit that front rim and it dips by about 2 inches. That the softest rims in the state. They've got to be. All right, got the first. Fouled in the act, so he's going to get another. Lewis at the free throw line. Second one up and good. That one straight through. Didn't need the benefit of the kind roll. He's got 6. 31-19 the score. Paoli up with the basketball. Dump it down low to Paget. Paget had it knocked away from behind. Sen comes up with the loose basketball, and a turnover against Paoli, their 7th of the night. Now North Harrison, they're going to give it right back, as Hain wasn't expecting the pass, and it went behind him.
Coach Schultz, I'm sure he's thinking through his mind. Here we make a great defensive play, and then an unforced turnover to give it back to lose a possession to try and stay in this ball game with nearly 2 minutes in, and the Rams up 31-19.
Dakota Apple in front court with it for Paoli. They dump it down low to Paget. Back to Spires. Left corner 3 is good. He's got 5, and Paoli's lead now at 15, 34-19. In backcourt, near steal, but Sin comes up with it. Gets it to Fessel. Fessel across the timeline to Hain. Hain guarded closely by Minton. Kick it back out front to Sin. Sin over to Fessel, and now they'll have to set against Paoli's defense as they are back and set defensively. 5:43 to go in the third quarter. Paoli up. North Harrison, they've got the basketball. Top of the key, they get to Hune. Hune over to Sin, down low to Hain. Hain, double team, kicks it back out. Sin will try 3. It's no good. Rebound, Minton for Paoli. Paoli runs the other way. Ian Sullivan, left side, fakes left, drives right. Now he spins into the lane, had it blocked, but Sin came over the top to block it and is charged with the foul.
First on Dawson Sin, team foul number 1. North Harrison does a good job of running help at Ram players, particularly when they're trying to make a move and spin move, knowing that it might take a second or two. With their athletic ability, they can get there and create some problems.
Ian Sullivan's free throw up and good. He's got 3 points on the night. 72% free throw shooter on the year for Paoli. All right, Ian. Set at the line again. 1 bounce, free throw up and good. Straight through with the make. He will take himself out as Kirkland Hughes will check back in. Sullivan takes 4 points to the Paoli bench. 36-19 the score. Paoli up 17. Fessel in a hurry the other way. Gets it into Hune. Hune kicks it out to Hain. Hain had his pocket pick. Apple deflected. Spires comes up with it. He drives in, leaves it off for Apple in the lane. Shot up and good. Turnover to 2. He has 9, and it's now 38-19 and a steal in backcourt. Hughes came up with it as they double-teamed Hain. Now get it to Minton. Minton's going to try to drive. Got bumped, faded away with the shot. It's no good. Rebound taken down by North Harrison. Hune has it. Into front court to Fessel. Fessel, he tried to get it back to Hune, and Apple knocked it away. Another turnover. That's 11. Into front court. Paoli with it. Spires fakes 3. Passes back out front to Hughes. Hughes down low. There's Apple. Has a height advantage. He goes up in the lane. Shot no good. Minton fights for the rebound. He's double-teamed, and is he fouled as he tried to come out of there with it? I believe that he was.
Yeah, the cheerleaders had him on one side, and the basketball players had him on the other side. As we say, he was in a tight spot, okay?
Yeah, I wasn't counting the cheerleaders. If you count them, he's quadruple teamed and still got out of there with it.
Caden Hain, that'll be his second foul, team foul number 2.
All right. Get some substitutions. Paoli's going to bring Thornton along with Chad Sullivan in. We're going to have a timeout. I think North Harrison's going to take one. 4:27 to go in the third. Paoli has doubled them up, 38-19. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7 or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
If personalized service, answering your questions, and ensuring you have peace of mind is important to you when it comes to insurance, then contact Scott Blankenbaker at Orange County Farm Bureau Insurance. With 29 years of experience of protecting what matters to you most, Scott can tailor plans that can save you money, whether you're in need of auto, home, renters, life, business, or farm insurance. Give Scott Blankenbaker at Orange County Farm Bureau Insurance a call today at 812-723-2704 and stop knocking on wood.
On an 11-2 run. In fact, North Harrison hasn't scored a field goal since the 5:25 mark of quarter number 2.
All right, Paoli. Out of bounds, fire it down low to Apple. Apple got a good shove in the back. Ball got loose. It was last touched by Lewis and will stay with Paoli.
Rams got a break there. It looked like it almost went off Dakota. You mentioned he took a hard shot there by the defender that came in from behind.
Spires brings it in to Thornton. Thornton in the lane has used up the dribble. Back out front to Hughes. Hughes drives in, leaves it off for Spires. Behind the back pass, tried to get it to Sullivan. And a jump ball call to Sin did an excellent job of just tying him up.
The tight quarters down there, and a nice pinpoint pass by Cooper Spires to Chad. But as you mentioned, he had to go down about the waist to get it, and allowed a lot of hands to get in there to tie him up.
Tucker, he checked in at that break for North Harrison. He's got it in front court. Back to Hain to Tucker. He'll try a 3, no good. Rebound, Hughes for Paoli. Outlet pass to Spires up the near far sideline. Spires leaves it off for Hughes. Back out to Thornton to Spires, and now they'll set with 3:50 to go in the third quarter, and Paoli leading 38-19. Spires passes on the baseline to Thornton. Thornton spins to the lane, couldn't get his shot. Over to Hughes, he's open. 3, spins out on him, no good. That thing dipped in and then popped back out. Rebound, North Harrison with it. They run the other way. Lewis fakes 3, drives it on the baseline. Can't get through, drops it off to Sin, who is open and lays it up and in. He's got his first 2, and it's 38-21. Paoli on top by 17 and with the basketball. Spires passes left side. There with it is Apple. Apple motions for the screen, works off of it, got in the lane, pulls up 2, no good. Sullivan going after the rebound, and he was over the back of Tucker, and that foul will be called.
Chad will be whistled for his second. That'll be team foul number 2 in this quarter. Ian back in. Cooper will get a break. Traylon Minton for the Rams will come in, and Dakota Apple will go out at the 3:09 mark. Rams lead it by 17, and again, that basket by Sen a few seconds ago finally ended that drought from the field for the Cougars.
In the front court, they get it to Burson. Burson just below us here in the corner. Dump it down low. There's Sen close in. Shot no good. Tipped around. Ball loose in the lane, and Tucker comes out of there with it for North Harrison. Quick hands gets them another possession. Get it over to Lewis. Lewis at the midcourt stripe, now to the middle of the court. Goes over to Sin. Sin under pressure. Has it, drives in, got to the bucket and laid it in somehow, some way. He's got 4. Had to avoid 2 Paoli players to get that shot up and in. 38-23 the score. Paoli up by 15 with the basketball. Ian, he's going to drive in, got to the bucket. Shot spun out on him. Rebound, North Harrison. They run the other way, going to the bucket. Burson. He's looking for the foul as he went up for the shot. It was knocked out of bounds and will stay with North Harrison.
One of those times that the Cougars look to run. I think they might try and do a little bit more, trailing here now by this 15-point margin.
Payne steps out of bounds, brings it in, gets it right back, and now he will have to back it out as Paoli had his three-point shot covered. Payne dribbling away some time at the volleyball spike line, gets it over to Tucker. Tucker trying to clear some room for himself, got in the lane, pulls up, shot no good off the back rim. Sullivan the rebound, they reached in, knocked it away, and North Harrison comes up with the loose basketball. Over to Lewis, he lost it, got it back, drove in, put it up, no good. Rebound to Burson, and as he went back up another time, he was fouled and will go to the line.
Kirkland Hughes will be whistled for this one. That'll be his first, team foul number 3. A lot of hectic action underneath that Cougar basket, and again, the Cougars just staying with it, hanging in there. At the line, Corey Burson, his first free throws of the night. He's got a basket for 2.
A lefty at 71%, free throw up and good. Came in averaging 8.9 on the year. Now, North Harrison, after Paoli had doubled them up, it's now a 38-24 ball game. Could be a point closer here. Paoli making some substitutions. Padgett's back in. Spires is back in. And now Burson ready at the free throw line. Burson, the biggest of the North Harrison players, at 6'4". He's a junior. Free throw on the way is straight through. Made them both the same way. He's got 4. And it's back to a 13-point advantage for Paoli at 38-25. Minute 50 to go in the third quarter. Spires across the timeline for Paoli. Has used up his dribble on the wing. Nearly traveled. North Harrison wanted it. Didn't get it. Get it to Minton. Minton on the baseline. He is knocked to the floor. And a foul called as he collided with Burson and then Tucker.
All kinds of bodies in contact along the baseline, and Dawson Sin wants an explanation, and the foul ends up going on Calvin Lewis. That'll be his first, team foul number 3. Rams in a bit of a drought themselves. They have not scored since the 5:03 mark of this second quarter.
And there's a minute 37 left now. Spires out of bounds, has it, brings it in to Hughes. Corner 3, again, spun out on him after it dipped in. North Harrison with the rebound and the run out. They get it to Burson. It's too far ahead of him. He tried to save it in bounds. Threw it out of bounds again. It goes over to Paoli. 12 turnovers against North Harrison.
Coach Schulz applauds the running of his big man down court, and he was ahead of the pack that time, was Corey Burson. And as you mentioned, that pass just a little bit too far out in front of him to corral in and get a shot.
Spires to Padgett at the high post. Turns to the bucket. Wants the shot. Fades away and knocks it down. Hadn't seen that shot this year out of him. He's got 14. 40-25 the score, and Paoli extends full court pressure. They get over the top of it. Burson, baseline jumper, spun out on him. Apple, strong rebound for Paoli. He leads a 3-on-2. He's going to go to the bucket, lost it on the way up, and the foul is called, and he will get a chance at the free throw line.
Foul will be whistled on Dawson Sin, number 23, back there on that back line of the defense. That's 2 on Sin. That's team foul number 4. But Apple will be at the free throw line. Dakota with 9 points so far in this ball game.
72% free throw shooter. First on the way is no good. Left that one short. 40-25 the score. Paoli up 15. Apple has got 1 more at the free throw line. See if he can bump that lead up by 1. Free throw, second one, up and good. Got 1 of 2. 41-25. He's in double figures with 10. Payne in backcourt with it for North Harrison. Paoli 1-3-1 and a deflection as Minton was in the passing lanes and knocked it out of bounds to the gentleman that took the $650 midcourt shot at the half. Did not make it.
I was going to say unsuccessful.
Yeah. Otherwise, he'd be celebrating a little more.
Hey, that catch the show. Yeah. Hey.
All right, Sin out at the spike line. Gets it over to Fessel. Fessel works around Apple. Got slipped to the floor and now try to get rid of it. It's loose in the lane, and there Burson comes up with it. His shot is no good. Tucker, the follow is up and good. Not the way you draw it up, but Tucker gets his first two of the night and make it now a 41-27 score in favor of Paoli. 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Out front, Apple with it, spins away from Sen for a second. Now he backs it out, down to 6 seconds. Apple working with the dribble, down to 4, down to 3, into the lane, back out to Thornton. His three is off the mark and no good. And that's the way the third quarter will come to an end. Paoli leading North Harrison 41-27. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mixed asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
If you're retired or even thinking about retiring, you want someone to work as hard for your money as you have. Raymond James Financial Advisors Jamie Sullivan and Jenny Baker specialize in doing what's right for you in your retirement years and in educating you about your investments. If you'd like a fresh, objective, and thoughtful second opinion, contact Jenny or Jamie at 812-849-2670, located in Mitchell. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange SIPC. Life well planned.
Fourth quarter action, I'll tell you right now, if you're entered in the Chuck-a-Duck contest here at North Harrison, you don't want to wait till it's too late to throw that duck, because the cheerleaders, they were out there cleaning them up before they were out there done throwing them. No 3-2-1 countdown or anything. All right, let's see. Paoli up 14, ready for fourth quarter action. 41-27 your score. Let's see if North Harrison wants to try and pick up the pace a little bit to get back into it. Paoli's going to begin with possession. Spires, he's out there, gets it to Sullivan at the high post. They look down for Padgett, instead over to Spires. Spires works it to the top of the key. Now he'll back it out. They didn't get what they wanted initially, and now we'll set again. Spires guarded closely by Burson. Burson 6'4", and let's see, North Harrison, they're going to switch things up on the fly and go to a zone defense. Out front, Apple with it. Apple just dribbling away some time. In the fourth quarter, Paoli's up, killed about 30 seconds. Now Apple, he just goes to the bucket and lays it up and in. Dakota Apple gives Paoli a 16-point lead at 43-27. Sen across the timeline for North Harrison, back out front to Fessel. Fessel backs it out with the dribble, now drives in, leans in, passes to the corner. Tucker fakes two. His shot blocked out of there, but a foul called as Minton will be the one stuck with that one.
And on Traylon, that will be his second team foul number 1, but it will be a shooting foul once again for the Cougars, who are 6 out of 6 at the free throw line. Garrett Tucker will be there for the first time tonight.
71% free throw shooter on the year. North Harrison, pretty good free throw shooting team at 70% as a team. Tucker makes the first. Make it 43-28. Now he's ready for the second. It's on the way, and it bounced out on him. But Burson, the rebound, shot blocked by Padgett. Got it back. Burson did. Went back up and over Padgett and got the shot to fall and also got the foul called, as that one will go against Padgett. And the official, some words for Burson, because he was posing in front of Dane Padgett. Not so sure that's something you want to do.
First on Dane, team foul number 2, though. A big trip down this time for the Cougars.
Yeah, Burson's free throw up and good. Make it now 43-31 score. He's got 7. And North Harrison back within 12, a minute into the fourth quarter. Spires across the timeline, gets it to Apple. Apple lobs it. That nearly got away from Sullivan. Sullivan walked with it, but got away with it. Now he passes to Apple, back to Sullivan. That's Chad in there. Out to Minton. Minton down low. He gets it to Padgett. Padgett's close in, shot up and good. He went right back and scored at him. He's got 13. 45-31 the score. Paoli up. North Harrison the basketball. Haynes gets it to Tucker. Tucker in the corner. Goes over to Burson. Burson powers his way to the bucket and puts it up and in. He's got 9. Back to a 12-point ball game. 45-33. Apple in front court for Paoli. Over to Spires in the corner. Back down to Apple. Apple spins to the lane, puts it up and in. They're just taking advantage of their size down low. He's got 14. Paoli's got a 14-point lead and a timeout taken by Coach Dusty Cole. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Trying to keep the Cougars in this ball game already. 5 points in this quarter, 9 on the night. He's got 5 of the 6 that have been scored by North Harrison here in the first minute 50 of period at number 4.
All right, Paoli up 14. They took the timeout, set some strategy. They're going to come out full court pressure again. North Harrison, for the most part tonight, has handled it. They do this time as Sin gets into a double team, and now his pass is tipped away, taken away, but they re-steal it. Burson now drives in and lays it up and in. The two teams exchange turnovers. Burson's got 11, and it's now a 47-35 score in favor of Paoli. Bounce it down low, intended for Sullivan. It's wide of the mark as Burson was applying the defense, and that's turnover number 10 against Paoli now.
Down to a 12-point lead here for the Rams. The Cougars just hanging around at 3, but get it under double digits as Ian will come in and Chad will come out at the 5:44 mark.
All right, Paoli extends the pressure again, 1-2-2 this time. Sin with it on the near sideline, back over to Hain, lob it to Sin. Sin fakes the pass, goes over to Hain as they just pass over the top of the Paoli press. Down low, they get it to Fessel, turns in the lane, shot up, no good, but a whistle and a foul, and Traylon Minton confused. It's on him.
That'll be his third, team foul number 3, but another shooting foul. And as you mentioned, North Harrison, they're able to score some points here, but the clock not running, and it'll be Bryce Fessel's turn looking for his first points of the night.
He can get it down to a 10-point ball game here with 2. He misses the first. Fessel, 63% on the year, and that, for the ones that play at least, is about the worst for North Harrison. All right. Fessel ready at the line. Second one on the way, and that one straight through. Got 1 of 2. He's got his first point of the night. 47-36 the score. North Harrison back within 11. Paoli to the offensive end. Ian Sullivan with it. Gets it over to Minton. Minton to Apple at the high post. He's going to drive in. Lost it on the way in. It was deflected and taken away. Give it over to North Harrison. Into front court. Hain with it to Fessel. Fessel, guarded closely, puts down the dribble, gets it over to Tucker. Tucker thought about that 3, didn't pull the trigger on it. Now he comes over to Hain in front of us. Hain backs it out with the dribble, leaves it off for Sin. Sin, ball on hip, looking for some cutters, gets it to Fessel, now swing it quickly to Hain on the other side. Hain to the top of the key to Tucker, off a screen, a 3 is no good. Burson the rebound, and he went to the floor, and they say the reason why was Minton got him, and the foul call.
Now all of a sudden, Traylon Minton in foul trouble. That's his 4th team foul, number 4 this quarter. North Harrison yet to commit a foul. Traylon will go to the bench for those 4 fouls, and Kirkland Hughes will come in for the Rams.
All right, North Harrison, they will inbound below us. I have to lean over the balcony here to see who it is. Hain will bring it out in from the left side of the bucket. Hain gets it out to Burson. Burson looks to drive on Paget. Couldn't get around him. Instead, brings it to Hain. Hain off that screen, drives in, leaves it off for Sin. Shin's blocked by Sullivan. Quickly the other way. Get it to Dakota Apple. Driving in and laying it in.
16.
49-36 the score. North Harrison quickly the other way. Driving in. Tucker will reverse it and lay it up and in. Tucker with 2 more. 49-38 quickly. Paoli to the offensive end. In the lane, Apple up with 2. About 10 feet out, Dakota Apple with 2 more. He's got 18. Into front court, Tucker. He's going to try to spin his way to the bucket. Could not get through. Oh, and his bounce pass intended for Burson too low. goes out of bounds, and that's turnover number 14 against North Harrison.
Getting up and down, that's the way the Rams like it. And for North Harrison, as we mentioned earlier, they're kind of backed into that situation. That's the pace and style they're going to have to play to try and get back in it. Now they extend their man-to-man defense to three-quarters court.
Spires into front court, has used up his dribble, needs some help. Thornton pops free, now bring it out to Dakota Apple. Apple at the midcourt circle, swing it over to the right side to Thornton, down in the lane to Apple, reverses, shot up, no, wouldn't fall for him. Paget, the rebound in the lane, shot up and in. Follow for two more, he's got 15, and it's a 15-point Paoli lead, 53-38. Into front court, Haynes going to drive in, contact, no foul. Now a late whistle as the ball trickled off, and a foul is going to be given as Spires was the one trying to draw the charge. The official says, "Are you talking to me?" He says, "No, I'm talking to the bench."
That's a first on Cooper, but that'll be team foul number 5, which means North Harrison for the final 3:20 will be at the free throw line.
All right. Haynes, free throw up and good. He started off hot tonight and gets his team a point closer, 53-39 the score. He's got 12 on the night.
That's his first, though, in this half.
Okay. Second free throw up and good as well. Got them both, and it's 53-40. Paoli heading to the offensive end. Out front, Apple with it. Apple, a big night offensively for Paoli. To Hughes to Thornton. Thornton back over to Dakota Apple. He's on the right wing. Apple putting down the dribble. Reverses and now goes over to Hughes. Hughes brings it to the middle of the court. Haynes just kind of leaned on him and then raised the leg to kind of nudge him off that position.
That'll be the third on Haynes, but just the first team foul against the Cougars, so they can be aggressive with 3 minutes to go here and do some gambling on this defensive end, down by 13.
That's the kind of foul that says, I need a break. I'm winded, and we need to rest for a second. All right, bring it into backcourt to Spires. Sin picks him up, man-to-man pressure. Over to Thornton. Thornton has used up his dribble. Passes off to Hughes, out front to Apple. Apple swings it left side to Thornton. 2:45 to go in the ball game. Paoli up by 13 with the basketball. Thornton, he uses up the dribble, gets it to Paget, now to Apple. Apple looks down low instead to Thornton. Thornton fakes. He's going to drive in. It opened up for him. Nice screen by Paget, and Thornton lays it up and in. He's got 8, 55-40 the score. Paoli up 15. Sin in front court for North Harrison. Over to Burson. He'll try a three. That's no good. Apple the rebound for Paoli. Apple into front court. Kicks it to Spires. Dump it down low. Paget. Shot blocked, but a whistle and a foul. And Burson, who was helping out defensively, he came over and got him.
And on Corey Burson, number 55, that'll be his first. That'll be team foul number 2. And to the line for the Rams, Dane Paget. Big night again for Dane, but 15 will be his first time at the free throw line.
Free throw on the way is no good. You could tell as soon as it left his hands. He kind of aimed it. Just relax and shoot it. Substitution as Schenk is going to check in for North Harrison, and Burson, who gave him some really good minutes, he's going to come out. See Haynes also coming out. All right. Paget at the line. Just relax, let it go. Free throw on the way, no good, off to the right. Rebound, Thornton with it, though. He and Sten get tied up, and the jump ball this time will favor North Harrison.
Trey Lamette will come in with those 4 fouls. Dane Paget will take his seat with 2:10 to go. Rams up by 15. Cade Walls also in for the first time tonight.
All right, Paoli, 2-2-1, full court pressure. Lewis across the timeline, and Walls is leaning on him and will get stuck with the foul.
That'll be the first on Cade. Again, the Rams over the limit, and that'll put Lewis to the line where he is a perfect 4 out of 4 so far here in this ballgame. Free throws kept North Harrison in contact somewhat here in this contest.
Free throw up and good. Lewis, like I said, really good free throw shooter at 81%. He knocks it down, 5 out of 5 on the night. 55-41 the score. Paoli up by 14, 2:04 to go in the ball game. Lewis is second. It's up and good as well. Got them both. He's got 8 on the night, and there's now 2:04 to go in the ball game. Paoli, full court pressure. They get it in to Chad Sullivan. Back out to Walls. Walls leaves it off for Minton. Minton over to Thornton. Thornton fakes left, brings it back to the middle of the court, passes to Walls, and Paoli can work some clock if they want to, and they are. Leave it off for Hughes to Minton. Minton way out front. Minute 42. Lost his balance, but maintained his possession with the basketball on the floor. Now to Thornton driving in, and that thing did everything but go in. But he got it back, took it away from Shank, and puts it up and in. He's in double figures with 10. Paoli up 57-42. Into front court, North Harrison with it. Get it over to Lewis. He's going to fire up a three that's short, no good. Thornton the rebound for Paoli. Into front court, fires it over to Walls. Walls sets three on the way, is no good. Rebound underneath. North Harrison had it. Now it's loose. It was knocked away, and North Harrison does come up with it. Get it to Lewis. Lewis driving in. A lot of contact, no call. His shot no good, and now a timeout going to be taken by Paoli with a minute to go and a score at 57-42.
I think they're just going to substitute. I don't think there'll be an actual timeout as Coach Schulz also gets some of his starters out. They have one more game left this week, as do the Rams. Now they will have, okay? 1 minute to go, and the Rams up 57-42. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
60 seconds is all that remains here in the contest tonight on the road, and the Rams go to their bench, as do the Cougars, as Colton Beckley in along with Clay Turner and Landon Smith.
Yep, they see their first action of the night. Walls gets it to Beckley. Beckley on the baseline, couple of bounces. Had it knocked away and taken away. Turnover number 12 against Paoli. North Harrison the other way. Lewis still in there. He drives in. Back out front. They swing it. There with it is Hune over to Shank. He'll try a three that's no good. Walls up for the rebound for Paoli. Double teamed in back court. Now he will just bring it into front court. Walls leaves it off for Landon Smith. Smith out to Beckley. Beckley angles over to the right side to Clay Turner. Turner backs it out with the dribble. Down to 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Paoli just running out the string right now with a 15-point lead and the basketball. Beckley, he's going to put the ball on the hip. Hand it off to Walls now with 6 seconds. North Harrison will fall back defensively. They will not foul again. There's down to a second, and Paoli will come away with the win. 57-42 is your final, as Paoli on the road on a Tuesday night, a 15-point winner. We'll take a break. We'll come back and get the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show underway. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are your retirement savings scattered about several employer-sponsored plans and individual IRAs? Let a Raymond James financial advisor provide you with education on what options you may have. Each may have potential benefits and drawbacks. So we'll consider your specific situation and discuss how best to address your unique needs and goals. Call financial advisors Jamie Sullivan and Jenny Baker at 812-849-2670. Located in Mitchell today and take control of your retirement assets. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC, life well planned.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Well, the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show gets underway. Buddies Food and Fuel on North Gospel Street in Paoli. We look back at this ball game as Paoli comes on the road on a Tuesday night, ranked number 1 in the state in 2A and undefeated. And they will stay that way, 22-0 with the 57-42 win over North Harrison tonight. North Harrison will fall to 10-12. Looking back at this ball game, we did have 2 ties and 5 lead changes, all of those in the first quarter of play. North Harrison got the lead early. They were up at 2-0, 4-3, and 7-5. Then again at 9-7. That was their last lead of the night. Paoli would then go on a 6-0 run, built up a 4-point lead at 13-9. Paoli would settle for a 2-point advantage after the first quarter at 15-13. Start of the second quarter, Paoli comes out, scores the first 6 points of the night. Dane Patchett, who had a big night, he had 2 buckets in that stretch, and Paoli was up 21-13. Thornton had the other bucket, and he was also in double figures tonight for Paoli. The two teams basically play even the rest of the half. An 8-point advantage for Paoli at the 6:20 mark. It turned into a 10-point lead at the half at 27-17. North Harrison went the final 5:25 of that first half without any points, but Paoli not able to make them pay for that as they scored only 4 in that amount of time. Start of the second half, Paoli came out and got the first 4 points of the half. That lead was at 14. North Harrison able to counter with a couple of free throws before Paoli goes on a 7-0 run. So it's an 11-2 run for Paoli to start the second half of play. Paoli was up 38-19. Timeout was taken by North Harrison. They responded, came out, scored 6 straight, got back within 13 at 38-25. And Paoli basically held them at that margin the rest of the quarter as Paoli took a 41-27 lead to the fourth quarter. Start of the fourth quarter, Paoli again comes out, scores first. They were up 16, but then North Harrison, they started showing signs of getting back into it. They scored 4 straight, got to within 43-31, down just by 12, and they would get even closer at 47-36. That was as close as they would get, I believe. Was within 11 down the stretch. North Harrison tried to pick things up as far as pace of play to counter what Paoli was doing. Paoli more than willing to accept that. Built that lead back up to 15 on a couple of occasions. They were up 55-40 with 2:13 to go in the ball game. Each team puts up a couple of points after that, and Paoli wound up winning it 57-42. Rebounding battle, always a key for the opponent of Paoli, and North Harrison, one of the few that has out-rebounded them, had them out-rebounding Paoli 25-22 tonight. Turnovers, about even as well. Too many for Paoli, 12, as compared to 14 for North Harrison. Again, your final score, 57-42. Paoli victorious tonight, a 15-point win on the road. When the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the individual and team stats from tonight's ball game. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Paoli, and it turns into a 57-42 win over North Harrison. The Buddies Food and Fuel post-game show continues. We get ready to take a look at some of the individual and team stats. Paoli, North Harrison hung with them for about a quarter and a half before Paoli was finally able to kind of stretch it out. Led by 10 and then got up as much as 19 at 38-19 before North Harrison had a little bit of a comeback. Never really thought that they were going to come back all the way, but made it interesting through the third and fourth quarters.
Rams have now won 4 in a row against the Cougars and 7 out of the last 11 meetings between these two ball clubs, as the Rams do it with good two-point shooting tonight. They came out hot and stayed that way. Now they dipped down a little bit in the third quarter. We'll go over those numbers here in a second. Paoli in that first quarter, 6 out of 10 from inside the arc, 5 out of 7 in the second, then just 4 out of 10 in the third. But bounced back to go 8 out of 10 in the fourth quarter. And for the game, the Rams were 23 out of 37 for 62%. Again, the Rams struggle behind the arc, 1 out of 2 in the first quarter, 0 for 2 in the second, 1 out of 3 in the third, and 0 for 1 in the fourth. 2 out of 8 for the ball game for 25%. Paoli did not shoot a free throw in the first quarter. They were 2 out of 2 in the second, 3 out of 4 in the third, and 0 for 2 in the fourth. For the game, 5 out of 8 for 63%, which is about their average. North Harrison did not shoot the ball all that bad either from inside the arc, just did not get as many opportunities as Paoli, as the Cougars went 4 out of 8 in the first quarter, 2 out of 3 in the second, 3 out of 8 in the third, and 4 out of 6 in the fourth. For the game, 13 out of 25 for 52%. But no luck for the Cougars behind the three-point line tonight, as the North Harrison team went 1 out of 4 in the first quarter, 0 for 3 in the second, 0 for 3 in the third, and 0 for 4 in the fourth. So they hit that first one in the first quarter and did not find another one to drop the rest of the night. Just 1 out of 14 for 7% from three-point land tonight for the homestanding Cougars. But they made up for it at the free throw line. Just for them, they didn't get there enough tonight. They went 2 out of 2 in the first quarter, did not shoot a free throw in the second. They were 4 out of 4 in the third quarter and 7 out of 9 in that fourth quarter. For the game, a very good 13 out of 15 for the ball game at the stripe for 87%. But the Rams prevailed to improve to 22-0 on the season. The Cougars fall to 10-12, 57-42 your final tonight here at North Harrison. When we continue with the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show, we'll take a look at individual scoring. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat low-fill insulation system makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat insulation system by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Rams win it here tonight, 57-42, as we continue with the Buddies Food and Fuel post-game show at North Harrison High School. Head coach Dusty Cole joins us now as the Rams improve to 22-0. And Coach, here it was, a Tuesday night on the road. Got off to a little bit of a slow start, but once you got rolling, things went your way.
Well, I've heard from some people just around that, we kind of need to get beat, and I don't think that's true at all. I don't think that's true, but I think we did learn a little bit tonight. We came out a little bit flat. I thought the energy was not there like us for the first 2 or 3 minutes. So we can learn from this game a lot. Maybe the first time all season that I had to take the first time out.
Right.
And we don't like to do that. but it was needed to increase the effort a little bit and the energy. So I was a little disappointed early, but after the timeout, did a much better job and I got things turned around.
Yeah, message delivered and received by your ball club there, Coach. And once you finally were able to get the lead, you were able to keep the lead the rest of the night.
Yeah, did a pretty good job on the offensive end, got the ball inside where it needed to go, and we was able to force some turnovers the first half too. Once we put a little more pressure on them. Like I said, the pressure wasn't good enough early because the effort wasn't good enough. So they got a couple easy baskets. I think they got 3 or 4 offensive rebounds on the first couple shots. We were just a little slow to the ball a little bit. But again, I think we did a lot better job after that first 3 or 4 minutes. I think our coaches said they had 6 rebounds in the first 3.5 minutes, and then they ended up only having 3 more for the rest of the half. So a lot better job by us. But we kind of controlled the pace on the offensive end and the defensive end, and forced a couple of those turnovers. And like I said, got the ball inside. Dane did a really good job in there. Dakota did a nice job attacking around the paint as well, off the bounce. And we also had some good passes in there, too.
Justin, a big lift for you off that bench, too, there early, Coach.
We just talked about it. It seems like throughout a season, it seems like almost everybody on the team can win you a basketball game. They can be the difference in the game sometimes. And he has done a great job of just kind of staying ready. Sometimes he plays a little bit more than the other games, but he's always going to get 10, 15 minutes. And he got about 14 today, but really made the most of his minutes, gave us a huge lift when we needed it. That was a big difference. We got things just turned around there in the first quarter, too, because he came in and just did a really good job. But I thought he hit 4 or 5 shots, ended up getting 10 points, but he just looked different out there. On the defensive end, he did a really nice job. He was in position all night. On the offensive end, he kind of played with pace. He was controlled all night and just kind of took what the defense gave him. But he was terrific tonight, and we're going to need him moving forward for sure.
That's true, Coach. Hey, a good second quarter there with your defense, allowing only 4 points, but most importantly, limiting North Harrison to just 6 field goal attempts.
Yeah, we did a nice job switching up. The defenses went to the 1-3-1 a little bit. That kind of threw them off some, kind of slowed them down a little bit. And I felt like we actually rebounded better out of our zones tonight than our man-to-man. So we started giving them the one shot and then going the other way. But just kind of caught them off guard a little bit. They like to pass around your defenses, and we did a good job getting in the lanes and kind of taking those passes down, kind of forced them to a dribble a little bit. And it seems like when they did that, they dribbled into a few of our traps and just kind of got loose with the ball, so we was able to get some turnovers off those.
Got that lead built up to 10 at the half, and then come out, Coach, a strong third quarter start, got the lead up to 19, but then all of a sudden you hit the wall a little bit there and went on a dry spell.
Yeah, just on the offensive end. We still did a decent job on the defensive end, but we turned it over a couple times, and they got some baskets off those turnovers. There's a couple loose balls that just kind of got kicked around inside, and it seems like they ended up getting 2 or 3 of those. They ended up being about 2 foot from the basket when they got them. They got 2 and 1s in there, but 2 of those we had the defensive rebound and didn't secure it, and you have to do that. We tried to make the outlet pass. We was a little bit soft with it and turned the ball over. So we got to do a better job there too. But it was just about a 2-minute stretch, luckily, and then started doing a better job on the offensive end, and I got the ball back inside and just was able to keep them off balance with our defenses, especially changing up.
Yeah, you were in that second half, kept them at arm's length there and able to pull away with a double-digit win. We talked about this game before, Coach. North Harrison would present a challenge because of their physicality, but I thought they also at times presented a challenge with their athletic ability as well.
Yeah, they've got some older kids that have been playing. They're pretty athletic kids, and I do feel like we had a little advantage beating them down the floor. They kind of play some bigger guys, and once we got just kind of loose in space, we could beat them down the floor. Got a couple easy layups that way, and we kind of put them in some ball screen action and got some layups there. But, they are pretty athletic for their size, and they're a good team. They're going to be a tough out in the tournament for sure.
Well, another, as we mentioned in that second quarter, but overall, Coach, just held them to 42 points tonight, and that always will give you a chance to win.
Yep, that'll give us a chance, and I thought this was a game we probably should have held them to about 35 or so, 34, 35, but, gave up a couple of easy ones we normally don't do. But, overall, pretty good job on the defensive end, and that's right about our defensive average.
All right, Coach, 22-0.
22-0. That sounds pretty good. And, we got one game left, and we just talked about it in there, going down to Crawford County. We got to be ready to play. Going to take everybody's best shot. We want to send a message, and that's the team we drew in the tournament as well. But, looking to go 23-0. Once you do that, nobody can beat that. They can tie it maybe in the future, but, that'd be something that these kids can remember forever. And like I said, nobody can beat it.
Well, Coach, it'll be the first trophy game of, we hope, of many over the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, conference is going to be big. That's something we look forward to every year. We feel like we got a good conference. Obviously, we had a state champion last year, but we've got a really good conference with some really good teams, and there's been some teams. I think somebody told me West Washington has never won that. I think, and we've done a pretty good job the last 4 or 5 years, competing for the title, and we've got some conference championships in there. But I think if you go back and look, we've won the sectional more than we just won the conference. So it's a tough conference to win. So it'll be a big game for our kids, and just a good accomplishment.
That it will. We'll look forward to it, Coach. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll talk to you prior to the tip-off on Friday.
I appreciate it.
You bet. Hey, Coach Dusty Cole of the Paoli Rams. They win it tonight here on the road at North Harrison, 57-42. We'll continue with the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Every day, children in our community enter the court systems because of abuse or neglect, and they need someone to speak up for them. That's where CASA comes in. Our volunteers stand beside them, making sure their voices are heard and their best interests come first. It's incredibly important work, and we need more people willing to make a difference. I'm Chrissy Evans, Orange County CASA Director. If you've ever wondered how you could help a child in a meaningful way, I'd love to talk with you. Call 812-723-2411.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
As we continue the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show here at North Harrison High School, the Rams pick up their 22nd win of the season with their 15-point win over North Harrison. Let's take a look at individual scoring tonight for Paoli. Again, 3 players in double figures, led by Dakota Apple, a strong night with 18. Dane Padgett, his consistent play continues with 15. Big night for Justin Thornton, as Coach mentioned, a big lift off the bench tonight with 10. Then 4 for Ian Sullivan, 5 for Cooper Spires, 2 for Chad Sullivan, Traylon Mitten, along with Kirkland Hughes, Cade Walls, Colton Beckley, Clay Turner, and Landon Smith saw action but did not score. For North Harrison, they had 2 players in double figures, led by Caden Hain. He got off to a great start with 9 points in the first quarter, ended up with 13 for the ball game. A nice game for Corey Burson off the bench. He had 11 points, and of those 11, 7 coming in the fourth quarter of play. Then 8 for Talon Lewis, 5 on the night for Garrett Tucker, 4 for Dawson Sen, and 1 for Bryce Fessel. Logan Yoon saw action, as did Rylan Shank there in the ballgame for the scoring of North Harrison. Rams led it by 2 at the end of 1, 15-13, stretched it out to a 27-17 lead at the half. It was 41-27 at the end of 3, and the Rams win it tonight, the final 57-42. Welcome back to wrap up the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home, protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Need a quick bite or cold drink or fuel for the road? Head to Betty's Food and Fuel, right across from Walmart at 656 North Gospel Street in Paoli. We're locally owned and operated and open Monday through Saturdays from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 6 to 10 p.m. Enjoy competitive gas, daily food specials, a hot deli, fresh wraps, salads, and cold sandwiches. Need an ATM or lottery ticket? We have both. Find us on Facebook at Betty's Food and Fuel. For questions, call 812-203-0227. Betty's Food and Fuel, the one-stop shop.
Rams varsity wins on the road tonight, 57-42. Unfortunately, the JV not as lucky tonight as they fall to North Harrison 60-55. Rams got off to a bit of a slow start, but once they got things rolling, got that lead up to double digit, they got into their comfort zone and able to pull away with the win.
Yeah, and North Harrison to a certain extent wanted to play up tempo, just not as fast as Paoli. But when they went up tempo, Paoli went even faster. And that got them into a rhythm, got them going, and they built up that 10-point lead at half. And when they stretched it out to 19, I'm thinking, okay, that's pretty well done. North Harrison, though, took a timeout, came back, got closer, made it interesting, or a little more interesting down the stretch, but Paoli the better team tonight.
Yeah, they whittled it down to 11, and they had possession of the basketball, but could not convert on that possession, and the Rams came right back, got the lead back up to 13, and that's where it stayed throughout most of the game, 13, 14, 15 for the rest of the fourth quarter of play. Cougars now fall to 10-12 on the season. They have one more game left, and that will be at home on Friday night with Christian Academy, senior night for the Cougars. And as we talked with Coach Dusty Cole, the Rams have one more game as well on the road, and it is a big one as they look to clinch their second consecutive Patoka Lake Athletic Conference championship.
Yeah, and always a big one going to Crawford County. No matter whether Paoli's good, Crawford County's good, doesn't matter. Always a rival game. Should be a pretty full gym down there on Friday night. Looking forward to it. Paoli, like you say, chance to complete a perfect season, a perfect record in conference play as well. And then maybe, just maybe, what you're doing is setting a tone for sectional play because they drew Crawford County in the game, their first-round game, the following week.
So it makes it always an interesting matchup when these two conference rivals go at each other at the end of the year. As we wrap up the Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game show, Buddy's Food and Fuel on North Gospel Street in Paoli. And here tonight for the Rams, again, 3 players in double figures. Dakota Apple, 18. Dane Padgett, 15. Justin Thornton, 10. North Harrison is Caden Hain with 13. And Corey Burson with 11. As always, I want to thank all of our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school basketball, not only tonight, but throughout the entire season. A big thank you as well to our engineer and producer back at the studio. A great job, as always, by Melissa Wall. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. For Bert Pedigo, I'm Dave Dedrick. Again, your final tonight from North Harrison High School. It was Paoli 57, North Harrison 42. Good night, everybody.
This coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Vendor Lumber, Buddy's Food and Fuel, Cave and Cal Car Quarries, Gilman Scott Funeral Home, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, Jeremy Payton Edward Jones, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC and Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summers Singles Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Springer Insurance, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Thanks for supporting local athletes, local schools, and local radio. This has